Okay, so the Grizzlies are going to run back-to-back cross screens right here. So you got to guard both. Stop. Where's Austin Reeves? Right now you got to be over here because you got to jam Jaren Jackson as he comes through so Anthony Davis can get on the other side. You don't do that. So now Anthony Davis, when Jaren Jackson sets a cross screen, isn't in position to jam Desmond Bane as he comes through the second one. So now Desmond Bane's just open. This is absolutely absurd. If you're Jared Vanderbilt, look at him gamble thinking there's a pass coming. I mean, are you kidding me? So now you can't guard Ja Morant. Okay, if you're going under a screen, you got to completely go under. You can't think about going over. Look at Austin Reeves trying to go over first. See how he just took a step uphill? Well, now you're going to get on the other side of the screen too late. This is absurd. If you're Jared Vanderbilt and you're guarding Ja Morant, your only focus can be Ja Morant. Look at Jared Vanderbilt looking for a screen right here, and then one more. Look at him right here looking for a screen. So now you're off balance, and it's going to take you too long to get over the screen. Okay, Jaren Jackson Jr. has this ball. So Jared Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis need to get back. I mean, what exactly are they doing here? So now we just lost you in numbers in transition. What is Troy Brown doing here? Just sprint back and get your feet set. You're backpedaling. Why? Are you afraid Luke Kennard's going to beat you off the dribble? So because you backpedal, now you're forced to go under this screen. And Luke Kennard does the one thing he can do. All right, if Troy Brown is going under this screen, why is he going this way? Look at Troy Brown here. Why are you doing this? So it's going to take you forever to get under this screen. So then Desmond Bane's going to come off of another ball screen right here, and it's going to take you forever to get over that screen because it took you forever to get under the first one. Dennis Schroeder just needs to get back here. This gambling thing, look what happens when you gamble like this. So now you can't guard the ball. Now Troy Brown has to guard the ball. So we have two people guarding Kennard. The perimeter's wide open at the end of the quarter. What is Dennis Schroeder doing here? Ja Morant is setting a screen. So, I mean, does Dennis Schroeder want to switch this screen? Does he want to run drop coverage in this screen? Dennis Schroeder does nothing. So look what happens. Now LeBron's got to step up and help on the ball. So when this cross screen happens, there's no one to guard the cross screen. What is D'Angelo Russell doing? Malik Beasley's guarding the ball right here. So you need to go find somebody else to guard in transition. Like, you're just standing in absolute middle of nowhere. So here's Dylan Brooks for three. Okay, I mean, if you're Jared Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis, you got to try and box some guys out here. Certainly Jared Vanderbilt's got to get in here and box Ja Morant out. I mean, come on. You're just looking. Cannot do this if you're Jared Vanderbilt. Look at him just staring at the ball, having no idea what Ja Morant is doing, who he's guarding. So you're just staring at the ball. Now you're off balance right here on this handoff. So it's going to take you way too long to go under this screen. That's all because you were staring at the ball. For Anthony Davis here, you have to sprint back. You've got to get your feet set. If you think you can guard off your back foot, guarding Ja Morant in the open floor like this, I mean, this is pathetic. Come on, just put 2 points on the board. That's it. What is Anthony Davis doing here? If you're in drop coverage, your feet have to be set so that you can recover to Xavier Tillman. Look at Anthony Davis here. His feet are not set. He's moving his feet all the way up here now. You have no chance of recovering to Xavier Tillman. So now D'Angelo Russell has to step up and backside help, and that just leaves Dylan Brooks. First of all, Dennis Schroeder is choosing to backpedal on Ja Morant. Never is going to work. Okay, so you backpedal, fine. You go under this first screen. Okay, you can't go under the second one. So you go under this first one, you have to go over the second one. You can't go under and then under again. I mean, please. Okay, if you're D'Angelo Russell and you're playing on Ja Morant's side, you got to get up and Dennis Schroeder's right here and help. Dennis Schroeder can help, and then LeBron can rotate here, Anthony Davis here, and Schroeder can rotate down. But you've got to force him into this help. Your feet aren't level to each other. So if he comes back this way, you're going to have to twist your whole body around. You're not going to be able to slide your feet. I mean, how easy was that? Not do this if you're Troy Brown. You can see him leaning towards, anticipating a Santi Aldama screen. Whoops, well, now you're just going to get beat the other way. Okay, I don't understand why Troy Brown is just giving Ja Morant this angle here, but so LeBron's going to have to help then. Okay, so when Jaren Jackson pops to the three-point line here, Rui Hachimura's got to rotate. LeBron's going to have to come to the weak side of the floor. LeBron's not going to be able to get out to the three-point line. I mean, I don't even know what Anthony Davis is trying to do, if he's trying to trap or hedge or whatever. But look, you can't gamble here on this pass. Like, you got to keep your feet on the ground so you can recover to Tillman. See, you leave your feet here to gamble on this pass. So now you have no chance of getting over to Tillman again. Awful transition defense. D'Angelo Russell's going to have to take the ball here. Dennis Schroeder, D'Angelo Russell's not going to have time to get down here. Dennis Schroeder had to come over here so that Rui Hachimura could get shoved to the corner right now. But he has to wait because it's D'Angelo Russell coming down here. Ja Morant is hard enough to guard in the open floor when your feet are set and you're in a defensive stance. Dennis Schroeder has an hour to do this. Instead, you would just rather backpedal. How easy do you want to make this for him? I mean, Dennis Schroeder should have to walk back to LA. When you're guarding Ja Morant, your only focus is Ja Morant. If a screen comes, a teammate will let you. Look at Dennis Schroeder right here. He's not even paying attention to the ball. Look at his eyes. He's looking for a screen. Well, now Ja Morant's just going to tack you off the dribble, and you're not ready to guard him because you were looking at who knows what. Cannot relax on defense. When this pass gets made, if you're Wenyen Gabriel, you've got to be in a defensive stance with your feet set. Look at this pass getting made. Wenyen Gabriel's just backpedaling. So now when Desmond Bane gets this ball back, are you ready to guard Desmond Bane right now? No. What is Wenyen Gabriel doing with his hand here? Look at this. Why does he have his hand in Desmond Bane's face? You're not going to be able to slide your feet now. Look what happens. So you take your hand away. How are you going to slide your feet? Your feet are not level to each other anymore. Desmond Bane has this angle because you were doing that weird hand thing that didn't accomplish anything. How many Lakers players just want to stare at this shot? Austin Reeves should be getting back right now no matter what. When every Lakers player just stares at the shot, I mean, this is like the least surprising thing you'll see all game. Okay, if Anthony Davis is not going to be ready to be in drop coverage, and as you'll see, he's not. He's moving his feet. Stop. When Jaren Jackson pops to the three-point line, Rui Hachimura has to rotate up, and Anthony Davis has to come to the weak side of the floor. I mean, Anthony Davis just isn't going to get to the three-point line, so I don't know what else there is to do. I mean, Rui Hachimura just has to have more urgency here guarding Jaren Jackson. So, I mean, like, Jaren Jackson's coming off of you. You got to sprint up. So, because when he catches the ball, you got to be in a defensive stance ready to guard. Look at Rui Hachimura. This is not urgent enough. So, Jaren Jackson catches this ball. You're not ready to guard. Good night. Okay, I mean, again, this game's probably over at this point anyways, but if you're Lonnie Walker, why are you just watching? Start to sprint back. This layup just went up. If you just stand and watch, I mean, look at this. It's pathetic. Transition defense is impossible.